Welcome to LVT-SHOWBIZ channel. Full stop. Today LVT-SHOWBIZ channel we bring you the following hot information. Zhao Lusi and Wule, from first sight to secret appointment at the Aquarium, love story or just friendship. Introduction. When the screen and real life begin to intersect. In the Chinese entertainment industry, stories of fake love, real love are always a topic that fascinates the public. And this time, the focus is on the famous couple, Zhao Lusi, Wule. Since their successful collaboration in Chong, the two have been labeled a naturally matched couple because of their chemistry beyond that of ordinary co-stars. However, their appearance together at a private aquarium at night, without an assistant or crew, has far exceeded all previous speculations. Has their relationship developed in real life? Or is it just a clever coincidence of the media? That question is making millions of fans lose sleep. Aquarium night, when private moments are accidentally revealed. The incident began when a short clip went viral on social media, recording Zhao Lusi and Wule walking together in a quiet aquarium. This was not an event or promotional activity, but a quiet night in the middle of the week, a time when few people choose to go out. The two did not bring any staff or assistants, which made netizens believe that this was an absolutely private date. In the magical setting of blue light, Lusi and Wule walked and talked, sometimes stopping for a long time in front of the jellyfish tank to observe. These seemingly simple actions evoked a strange sense of intimacy and closeness. Within just a few hours after the video appeared, the keyword Zhao Lusi Wule Aquarium climbed straight to the #1 position on Weibo's search rankings, showing the incredible heat of this news. Not just a hanging out together, this is an explosive event that has caused a stir in the Chinese and international online communities. The unable to hide look, the expression silently reveals emotions. There is an undeniable truth in ambiguous relationships. The eyes never lie. In the slow-motion video, when Wule was attentively observing the penguins, Zhao Lusi stood behind him quietly looking at him, her eyes full of affection and tenderness. No one can deny that it was a special look, a look reserved for someone you care about. Fans quickly cut that moment and spread it as undeniable proof of love. Netizens commented, "A look, 1,000 words not said, just looking at Lucy's eyes is enough to know, she is not acting." It can be seen that sincere feelings sometimes do not need words, but just a moment of silence is enough to say it all. In particular, that gaze did not appear for the first time. From the time of filming to the times attending events, Lu always gave Wule a silent attention, like a habit that could not be broken. Matching masks, small details, big implications. If eyes are the language of the heart, then coincidentally similar accessories are clues that cannot be ignored in love suspicions. Both of them wore light gray masks, an uncommon mask model that did not appear in the outfits prepared by the stylist. This made many people believe that they deliberately chose this item. Netizens looked more closely and discovered that they not only used matching masks, but also had many similar items such as hats, glasses, and even phone cases in the past. Some fans even humorously created a couple profile, compiling all the times they coincidentally matched in a suspicious way. These small details, although not direct evidence, were enough to arouse suspicion and make fans unable to sit still. If they were really in love, they would definitely be a discreet but compatible couple, without having to speak up but still making people talk. The moment of leaning on the shoulder is as light as the wind, but as heavy as 1,000 tons of sugar. At the end of the video, the two people are resting on a bench outside the jellyfish lake area. For a few short seconds, Wule too tilted her head slightly and leaned on Wule's shoulder, a small action but with great destructive power. Viewers seemed unable to believe their eyes. That action could be unconscious, but it could also be a sign of trust, intimacy and love. CP fans immediately went crazy. Comments flooded social networks. "I'm willing to spend my entire youth just waiting for this moment. If we weren't friends, we wouldn't have this kind of contact." Some even compared that moment to love blossoming in the shimmering light of jellyfish. In the entertainment world where every gesture can be a trick, the naturalness and subtlety of this moment is even more believable. It was as if it was a dream captured by camera, gentle and full of emotion. Journey from film set to real life, forgotten hints. Chong is the film that made both of their names soar, but it was also the beginning of a rumored love affair that lasted for many years. From behind the scenes of the film to later events, Wule and Wule always had extremely intimate actions. Sudden hand touches, looks without a script, or simply a smile that could not hide the shyness, all were saved by fans as evidence of fake love becoming real. Even when the McJoke tore you to a real couple in real life, Both of them burst out laughing and looked at each other. That look was dubbed by netizens as looking at each other once is enough to melt thousands of people. Could it be that this love affair secretly began from the days on the film set, but they always chose to keep it to themselves? Or did the long-term companionship cause the two of them to start having feelings that went beyond the boundaries of co-stars? Unclear words, but hidden something special. Although they have never publicly mentioned their special relationship, what the two have said about each other in interviews has attracted public attention. Wule once answered very quickly when asked who he wanted to collaborate with again, "Try Wule too. She is very approachable and easy to work with." Not only his words, but his eyes when mentioning her also caught the attention of many people, eyes full of respect. Meanwhile, Wule frankly shared in a live stream, "I think Wule is someone you can rely on." For a young female artist who is on the rise like her, publicly praising a male colleague like that shows special trust and sympathy. They may not have officially announced it, but it is those gentle words that have unintentionally created an emotional bridge between them and their fans. Netizens' reaction: publicity or privacy? Immediately after the Aquarium video went viral, the online community immediately divided into many distinct opinions. A group of enthusiastic CP fans were as happy as if they were witnessing a real-life confession, shouting, "Get married. Don't hide it anymore, we are willing to be the best man and bridesmaid." These comments took up the majority on Weibo, Douyin, Xiaohongshu, with hundreds of thousands of likes and shares. They not only believed that the two were in love, but also deeply believed in the personalities and character of both WuLei and Zhao Lusi. However, another group of viewers showed a cautious attitude and respected the artist's privacy. They advised the community not to over-associate or interpret every action through the lens of emotions. Whether they are in love or not, they deserve to have a normal life, a widely circulated comment read. This perspective reflects the change in the mindset of modern Chinese fans, increasingly rational, non-imposing, and willing to protect the personal freedom of their idols. The entertainment industry and the pressure of love in the public eye. In the Chinese entertainment industry, where every action is under a microscope, an artist publicly dating can be a double-edged sword. Especially for young stars like Wule and Wule, every step must be carefully calculated. Being paired or suspected of dating not only affects the image, but can also disrupt commercial contracts, affecting the strategy of the management company. However, the strong development of the Gen Z fan generation is gradually changing that. Young people today care more about the talent, personality and kindness of their idols, rather than their personal lives. They are willing to support the love of artists if it is a healthy, respectful relationship. Therefore, if Wule and Zhao Lusi are truly in love, they can absolutely choose to go public, not to attract attention, but to affirm their serious and sincere feelings. Full stop. What scenario will happen next? After all that has happened, netizens are impatiently waiting for a final blow from the two main characters. Some believe that they will go public on a special occasion, such as a birthday or a collaboration anniversary, to create a positive effect and receive blessings from the community. Others predict that there will be no response at all, because silence is sometimes the clearest answer in the entertainment industry. In fact, many famous couples in China have chosen to stay silent for a long time, before officially admitting. It is also possible that this is part of a rip media campaign, gradually creating attention and then suddenly releasing a combined product, such as a movie or joint advertisement. In the age of social media, every move, be it a like, a comment, or an appearance together, can become a magnet for the media. This makes many people worry that, if not handled properly, both will be caught up in a whirlwind of gossip instead of being remembered for their artistic achievements. Public confession that caused a storm, when Wule spoke the truth. On July 18, a special interview by Wule caused the Chinese online community to fall into a state of emotional explosion. When asked if he had special feelings for any actress, Wule, with his eyes full of emotion, hesitated for a few seconds, bowed his head and smiled, and said slowly but firmly, "She is always in my heart. For me, this is not just a collaboration." The host immediately asked back, "Are you talking about Zhao Lusi?" Without beating around the bush, Wule nodded in confirmation, along with a sincere compliment, "She is really good. She is someone I have always admired and respected." In just a few short minutes, Wule turned an interview answer into a public confession, and immediately, both of their names occupied the #1 position on Weibo's hot search. What touched fans the most was not only the content of the words, but also the way Wule expressed them, honestly, gently, and seemingly suppressed for a long time. His voice trembled slightly, his eyes could not hide his true feelings. There was no PR script, no professional media acting, just a real heart speaking. That made millions of movie buffs and CP fans explode with emotion. Immediately after that, Wule too also responded subtly on social media. "Thank you for always appreciating me. Thank you for always being there." The gentle answer but containing a tacit agreement made netizens burst into tears. Could this be the sweetest confirmation of love of the year? Attached to the post was a photo taken from behind the two walking in the sunset, the petite girl walking with the tall boy. Although her face was not shown, netizens were almost certain, it's them. The details in the video also highlight many moments that were considered love clues before, from affectionate glances backstage, coincidental late-night dinners, delicate birthday gifts, to the time Wule too flew to home DM at the exact time Wule was filming. Every small action, every seemingly random appearance, weaves a quiet but powerful love story. An anonymous PR expert in the entertainment industry also revealed, their initial admiration gradually developed into a special relationship after filming Tin Han Zamlan. Wule invited Wule too to private parties 3 times, while Wule too often mentioned the guy who makes me feel safe in her personal vlogs. Although the two have never publicly dated, the perfect coordination from matching accessories, similar fashion sense, to sweet hints on social networks have made the online community unanimously believe that they are really together, in the most discreet and adorable way. Now, when Wule chooses to tell the truth to the public, people believe even more that this is not a marketing trick, but a sincere emotional journey, a bravery to overcome the scrutiny to live true to one's feelings. If this is true love, then they deserve to be blessed. And if this is just pure admiration, then it is still one of the most beautiful relationships ever seen between two young stars. Conclusion: true feelings are media tricks. Where is the boundary? The story between Wule too and Wule clearly shows us the fragile boundary between real life and stage. They may be in love, or they may just be soulmates, but what matters is how they deal with the expectations of their fans. In the turbulent world of the entertainment industry, maintaining a sincere relationship, whether friendship or love, is always difficult. However, through every small action, from eyes, smiles to gentle gestures, they have brought fans a little hope, a little dream, and a lot of real emotions. They do not need to declare or paving the way publicly, just continuing to appear together in a simple way is enough to make fans happy. No matter where the Aquarium story goes, whether they make it public or not, that moment, a peaceful night, magical blue light, two people quietly together in the middle of a shimmering fish tank, will always be a beautiful memory in the hearts of fans. If they are truly in love, bless them. If they are just friends, thank them for letting us witness a beautiful friendship. Because after all, everything sincere deserves respect.